Tuesday, November the 8th, a group under the aegis of Concerned Citizens took out a center-spread advertorial in the Vanguard newspapers to petition the president on what they titled Imo State tilting towards fascism and anarchy under Governor Rochas Okorocha, and SOS for urgent intervention. Now, in that advertorial, they accuse you of extreme measures, including having no regard for constitutional order, that's according to them, disregarding court orders, and imposing untold hardship on the people, among other accusations. How do you respond to this?
But does that look like Rochas, what Rochas can do? I think you can even answer this question, because it's baseless. And you must understand also when we say concerned citizens, someone who is trying to paint you black can assume a concerned citizen, and sometimes nameless.
Have you seen the advertorial?
I've not seen it. I've not seen the advertorial, because some of these things, again, doesn't really make sense anymore. But the question is, if the person really believes that what he's saying is true, may you invite them here and invite me, and we'll sit down eyeball. I drop my ranking as governor and sit down with whoever to discuss how I've been able to, where I've disobeyed court order, and if there's any one single one, or constitutional issues. I've come to Imo State to make the state better. Can I announce to you, Imo State is much, much better than it has ever been since creation. And what you see on ground in Imo State, not even the past governments of 16 years or 24 years put together has achieved what I achieved. And I stand to be challenged. That I want to come to. So it is not right. But what they are referring to is, one, I've embarked on what is called urban renewal program.
Now, just get to that urban renewal, because that seems to have attracted a lot of criticism.
That's right.
Some people, some of your opponents say it as a witch hunt. I'll show you one visual now, which I'd like you to respond to. It's the picture of the home of the APGA governorship candidate in the state, Emmanuel Ihanacho. That's his house. And he says that, you know, he's not been able to access his house in the last 3 months, and sees your renewal as also an attempt to witch hunt some of your political opponents. Do you agree with them?
But this doesn't make sense at all.
That's a very wide trend.
And now you can see what we're doing is that we're expanding these roads. Most of the people build their roads right on the road, their houses on the road. And if I have to go by the law, by what the law says, 25 meters away, none of those buildings will be there. And as enlightened as a gentleman is, and one time a governorship candidate, and who wants to govern the state, excuse me. Now, he knows that that very building is on the road, but no one touched any building. It was just the fence. And I said, by the time I finish this road, in fact, he owes me to pay me more tax, because the value of this property would have jumped by almost 500%, because it's looking like a brand new city.
But in the meantime, it's okay for him not to be able to access his house?
No, that's the work is going on. That's the work is going on everywhere. Even my own property, I brought down the fence. In Olu, my building that is about 2 floors, I brought the building down myself. But that's my own building, but I never brought anyone's building down. Just make sure there's a space for the people. I mean, we'll have traffic congestions for the future. The city is looking clumsy, the city is not looking beautiful, and we want to make it beautiful. You come to Abuja here, you see good roads. Wouldn't you like it? Now, another issue that is up is the issue of the market, a cuckoo, which is very laughable. And the cuckoo there is right 3 minutes away from Government House. That's where you have the worst criminal activities today. The whole road, which is called the Douglas Road, the only major road coming, is all blocked by people, shanties and people staying on the train. I said, we must clean this up. And I said, no, it's ancestral. I said, if ancestral means to respect, let's go back to the leaf days now, where our leaves, if you don't want progress in the land. Now, and the question you ask of what benefit is this to Rochas or my family, or to me as a person, if it's not for the interest of the entire state called Imo State, and to make our city beautiful, to attract investors, and make it something that you can come and say, listen, I want to live home. That's my home. I'm going to live there for the rest of my life, so I must make it good.
You do agree that there are criticisms, and you're aware of the criticisms. Are you taking steps to understand or to ensure that the people are carried along with the projects that you mean well for the people of Imo State?
Excuse me, there are people that I call the couldn't sees, and talking sees, and sitting sees, and lying sees, and never appreciating sees. These are the Pharisees of the Bible. They can never see anything good for as long as it's you. Listen, I've put 70% of Imo State government wealth in our capital since I became governor. Just make it a city that we can all be proud of. When I came into that city, the government house was nothing to write, was dead. I gave them a brand new government house. I have international conference center. I have like what you have Eagle Square. Whatever you have in Abuja, I have replicated in our capital city. And there's no any government building of the past that has not been changed to befit the new looks of our capital.
So what do you say to the accusations that some of these projects that you've carried out, you've done by bullying contractors in your state? They say that you issue contracts, pay a certain amount for mobilization, and never finish paying contractors.
Let the person come. These are all cheap talks. Let me see. This government does not owe any contractor, quote me. Since I became governor, we don't owe any single contractor. The only time there is issue were issues of rural roads, where I think, I will not say it's a regret, but where I thought empowering our people was a thing. Most of them ran away with the money and never did this job. And now we're taking some legal action against them to recover the government money. So there's nobody that has done a contract in Imo State that has been owed 1 naira. Have you heard this before? And Imo State government does not owe any bank in this whole world any 1 naira. Have you heard this before?
Let's talk about the Southeast region now. Let's quickly move to the Southeast, because the governors of the Southeast have a Southeast Governors Initiative, I believe, which you're a part of, I want to think. There have been some issues in the Southeast as well. Recently, there are reports of negotiations between IPOB and the federal government. Is that correct as well?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Let me hear a question.
Because it does help if you're aware of some of this. These are reports that have been in the media. We do not know how true they are. Is it true that there are reports of negotiations between